Good evening, everybody. Well, actually, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Busch Stadium for today's game between the New York Mets and the St. Louis Cardinals. I thought this was a 3-game series. It turned out to be a 4, so it just shows you that I'm not paying attention to the schedule, everyone. But the Cardinals took the last game, so the Mets are going to try to get this game here to split the series at 2. Nothing wrong with splitting a 4-game series. I'll be more than happy to take it. It'll be Bobby Ojeda taking the mound for the Mets. He's made 2 starts on the year and is 2-0 with an ERA of 0.56. He currently leads the majors in ERA. This is his second start against the Birds. He's 1-0 with a 0.0 ERA against them. He'll be opposed by John Tudor of the Cardinals. He's made 4 starts in the year and is 2-2 with an ERA of 4.76. This is the first time we're seeing him against the Mets. A beautiful day here at Busch Stadium. 65 degrees, a little windy, 13 miles an hour speed coming out to center field, and we have a little bit of light rain. So it's a nice day, but a little wet out there, so not too bad. This should be a pretty interesting game here at Busch Stadium, as the Mets and Cardinals are now going to try to end this 4-game series before the Mets go on the road to play the Atlanta Braves. It is April 27, 1986. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Mets. Kevin Mitchell will lead it off, followed by Tuffle. Hernandez will bat 3rd. Gary Carter will bat 4th. Darryl Strawberry gets the 5th spot. Foster will bat 6th. Ray Knight batting 7th. Lenny Dykstra will bat 8th. A real interesting position for him to be in. And he's in center field today. Mitchell is at shortstop. Ojeda is batting 9th. Defensively for the Cardinals, we have Jack Clark at 1st. Tom Herr at 2nd. The Wizard of Oz at short. Terry Pendleton at 3rd. Vince Coleman is in left. Willie McGee in center. Tito Landrum in right. Behind the plate is Mike Heath. And on the mound for the St. Louis Cardinals is John Tudor. In 1986, he had a 2.92 ERA, 13 wins, 7 losses. He actually really was the ace, or supposed to be the ace, of this Cardinals team. And again, and a lot of people thought that John Tudor really was going to be really something special. The Cardinals had high hopes for Tudor. However, again, like a lot of some of these other Cardinals pitchers, Tudor did not pan out to what they hoped he would be. We're ready to go to the top of the first inning. Leading off for the Mets will be Kevin Mitchell. He's off to a great start, 9 for 22 for the replay. Here's the pitch from Tudor to start the game. And it's a strikeout. So Tudor gets off to a good start there. And now we'll see Tim Tuffle. He is 8 for 30 for the replay so far, batting .267. Tudor gets the sign, takes in looks at Mike Heath. Heath puts down the fingers, now puts the glove out. Here's the pitch from John. Tuffle pops one up. Looks like it's going to go to Smith. Makes an easy catch, 2 down. And now we'll see Keith Hernandez. Hernandez batting .360 early for the replay. He's off to a good start. Some other American League action. Toronto leading Baltimore 2-0 in the 4th. Keith Hernandez riding an 8-game hitting streak. He's been hot so far in the start of this 86 replay. Here's the pitch to Keith. Hernandez grounds it up the middle. That's a base hit. McGee will fire it back in, and the Mets get themselves a 2-out single. It'll bring up Gary Carter. Carter is batting 4th today. Carter, he's batting .250 for the replay. He's got 3 home runs so far in the season, 12 RBIs. Tudor, the lefty, gets set. Here's the pitch to Carter, and that's a walk. So Tudor gives up a base hit and a walk, and now a chance for the Mets in Darryl Strawberry. Mets had a pretty good game against the Cardinals in our last matchup, but, well, you'll have to watch it if you want to see what happened there. Strawberry off to a good start, batting .313 for the replay. He's got 2 homers so far. Here's the pitch from Tudor to the straw, and that's a walk. So Tudor gives up a base hit, 2 walks, and now a chance for George Foster. Foster batting .296. He's got 2 homers. He's got 9 RBIs. Interesting how the Mets went ahead and traded him, but right now I wouldn't trade him at this moment. But he's done pretty good. The Mets are into this game at 8-5. The Cardinals at 6-8. Here's the pitch to Foster. Foster lifts a fly ball, but Coleman's got it near the wall, and that's it. 1 inning gone. Cardinals coming up to bat. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for St. Louis. Coleman will lead it off, followed by Ozzie Smith. He will bat second today. Tom Herr bats third. Clark will bat fourth. McGee batting fifth. Tito Landrum will bat sixth. Terry Pendleton seventh. Mike Heath is eighth. And Tudor will bat ninth. Defensively for the Mets, Keith Hernandez at first base. Tim Tuffle gets the call at second. Kevin Mitchell, the shortstop. Ray Knight at third. Foster in left. Dykstra in center. Strawberry in right. Behind the plate is the kid. And on the mound for the Mets is Bobby Ojeda, and he's turning out to be right now so far the Mets' best pitcher. 2 wins, no losses, a 0.56 ERA. He's been doing it and getting the batters out. So far, Bobby Ojeda having a great start. So we go to the bottom of the first for the Cardinals, and leading off for them will be Vince Coleman. Coleman batting .259. He's got a double and 2 triples. If anybody's watching this, take a look at this box here. It's got the average, double, triple, homer, bop, BB, and K. Will someone please tell me how to get that off the screen? I really don't like looking at that. Kind of takes away a little bit of what to expect. Vince Coleman will lead it off. Here's the pitch from Bobby O. Coleman grounds one, foul. Coleman almost had himself a hit. It rolled down the third base line and tried to bunt it on. Here's the no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Coleman again tries to bunt his way on. The throw to first is in time. Out. 1 down. We'll now see Ozzie Smith. He's batting .245 so far for the replay. Bobby O checks and deals the pitch. Smith grounds one to Tuffle, throws to first, and that retires Ozzie Smith. 2 down now, and now we'll see Tom Herr. Herr made an awesome play in the last game, which pretty much saved the Cardinals from getting a couple of runs with the Mets. Herr, however, batting .170 so far. Herr steps in the batter's box. And here's the pitch from Ojeda. Herr hits one right to the wall. It's a frozen rope to left center. Herr is going to go for 2. He's got it easily. That's a double. A 2-out double for the Birds, and now we'll see Jack Clark. Clark at a 208 clip. A little bit struggling so far early in this replay. But Clark does know how to hit left-handers pretty well. Clark gets in the box. Herr is on at second. And here's the pitch to Clark. He grounds one to Knight. Knight should make the play. He does. And that ends the inning. No score, top of the second. California leading Minnesota 2-0 in the American League so far. Here's Ray Knight leading off from the Mets. He's batting .359. He has a homer and 8 RBIs. Tudor with the pitch. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Tudor, and now the batter will be Dykstra. Dykstra batting .275. So far he's playing pretty much average. Dykstra in the batter's box. Here's the pitch from Tudor. Dykstra grounds one to Smith. He's got to make a great play. He does. Throws to first, and Dykstra is out. That's the Wizard of Oz for you. When it comes to shortstops, there was not many others better than him. 2 men down. Here's Bobby O. Bobby Ojeda. He's 3 for 7 so far at the plate. So far he leads Mets pitchers at the plate. Here's the pitch from Tudor, and that is a strikeout. So a quick inning for Tudor. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. Willie McGee will bat for St. Louis. He's batting .358. He's way up there. 3 doubles, a triple, and a homer, 7 RBIs. Bobby Ojeda with the pitch. McGee hits one. That's going to go to the wall. McGee's going to have a stand-up double. That was just beautiful. A nice hit through the infield. So the Cardinals get their leadoff man at second base. Tito Landrum will now come up to bat. He's batting 4 for 11 for the replay so far. McGee on at second. Here's the pitch to Landrum. And he hits a fly ball. Strawberry should get it. He does. 1 out. McGee stops back, and McGee, it was deep enough for McGee to go to third. Strawberry won't even make a throw. Now the batter is Pendleton. Pendleton batting 189. McGee not a stealing threat, but a squeeze is definitely a possibility here. But early in this game, there's no need to play infield in. Just get the out. Here's the pitch to Pendleton. Pendleton grounds one to Tuffle. They have no chance to get the runner. They're going to throw to first, get the out. So you traded the out in for the run, but the Cardinals will jump out in front with a 1-0 lead. Here's Mike Heath. Heath batting 143 so far. He's struggling at the plate early on in the replay. Detroit leading the White Sox 4-0 in the 6th. Ojeda gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Heath pops one up to Foster. Foster's got it. He makes the catch. He bobbles it, but he does have it. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. At the end of 2, Cardinals 1, New York Mets 0. We go to the 3rd. Kevin Mitchell leads off for the Mets. That's already behind. Every time the Mets and Cardinals get together, it's always interesting. Here's the pitch to Mitchell. Mitchell bobbles one to Pendleton. Pendleton's going to have to hurry. He is out of there. 1 out. Nice play by Pendleton. It'll bring up Tuffle, who's 0 for 1. Tudor gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Tuffle. Tuffle hits one right to Pendleton. He makes a play, and that's the 2nd out. And now we'll see Keith Hernandez. He's 1 for 1. He went ahead and grounded up a single up the middle. Very good crowd here on this Sunday at Busch Stadium. 65 degrees, winds 13 miles an hour here, a little light rain, but not too bad. Here's the pitch to Hernandez. Struck him out. Tudor has his 4th strikeout of the game, and it's a quick inning for the Mets. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. John Tudor will bat. Tudor 1 for 9 for the replay. He batted 153 as a pitcher. Here's the pitch to Tudor. And that's a strikeout. First strikeout for Bobby O. And now we'll see Coleman, who's 0 for 1. Philly leading Pitt 3-2 in the 6th. Coleman steps in the batter's box. And here's the pitch. Struck him out. 2nd strikeout for Ojeda. And now we'll see the Wizard of Oz, who's 0 for 1. Ozzie Smith can hit pretty well from both sides against both pitchers. Doesn't matter. There's the pitch to Ozzie. Ozzie hits one right back to Ojeda, who speared it and grabbed it for the catch. 3 complete, still 1-0 Cardinals. We go to the 4th. Gary Carter leads it off, batting 250. And he walked his last time up. Here's the pitch to the kid. Carter hits one right to McGee. He had him play perfectly, and he made the catch. That's 1 out. And now we'll see the Straw. Straw also walked his last time at bat. Outfield might be playing a little deep, but we'll see. Here's the pitch to Strawberry. Strawberry strikes out. That's the 5th strikeout for Tudor. And now here's Foster, who's 0 for 1. Tudor gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Foster. Foster grounds one to Smith. Should be routine. It is. And he throws to first to retire the side. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Still 1-0 St. Louis. Tom Herr leads off for the Redbirds. Toronto leading Baltimore 6-1 in the 7th. Ojeda gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Herr. Herr pops this one up. It's going to go to Ray Knight, who's going to sit down and have a sandwich before he makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Clark. Clark 0 for 1. Ojeda gets the pitch. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Ojeda. And now McGee, who's 1 for 1. He doubled his last time up. He sets himself in the batter's box. Here's the pitch to Willie. McGee grounds one to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to have to hurry, but he's got it. He fires to first to retire the side. 4 innings in the book, still 1-0 Cardinals. We go to the 5th. Ray Knight, the batter for New York. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Knight. Knight hits a high fly ball, but Coleman's there. It was high, but it was shallow, and it's 1 out. Here's Dykstra, who's 0 for 1. So far, John Tudor pitching beautifully. The pitch to Lenny. Dykstra hits a fly ball to Landrum. Landrum makes the catch for the out, 2 down. And now here's Ojeda, who's 0 for 1. The pitch to Bobby O. And he strikes out. Tudor has 6 strikeouts for the game. And again, the Mets go quietly. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Here's Tito Landrum leading off for St. Louis. And Ojeda's going to get the sign. Ojeda also pitching very well. He only gave up the 1 run. And here's the pitch to Landrum. Landrum grounds one right to Tuffle. Tuffle's going to have to hurry, and he's got him. 1 out. Here's Pendleton. He's 0 for 1. Right lane still falling here at Busch. Cookie cutter ballpark with that AstroTurf on it. Ugly. Really, really ugly. I still can't believe back in the 80s we actually played at ballparks like that. Ugh. Terrible. For those of you who are actually watching any of my football, my 84 Dolphins actually played on this field against the St. Louis Cardinals football team last week, actually. So if anybody's following that, well, that actually a football game got played on this field. Although that was in 84, this is 86, right? Here's the pitch to Pendleton. Pendleton dribbles one. Ojeda's going to have to hurry, and he is out. That's the 2nd out on the Cardinals, and now Heath will bat. He's 0 for 1. Heath steps in the batter's box, and here's the pitch to Mike. He hits one. That is going to be a base hit. It was a rope back up the middle. Dykstra has to toss it back in, and the Cardinals get a 2-out single, but the next batter is Tudor. Tudor in the batter's box. We'll see if Ojeda can put him away. Here's the pitch, and we have a rain delay. We will check the pitchers. We're now under a rain delay, and now after 79 minutes, we're ready to go. They say Ojeda is strong and Tudor is tired. So a 79-minute rain delay, and now the rain has stopped. Tudor back on the mound at the plate. Heath still at first. Here's the pitch from Ojeda, and now we're going to see a pinch hitter in Tom Lawless. Lawless 2 for 3 as a pinch hitter, as the Cardinals are going to take out Tudor. How interesting that could be. But here's the pitch from Ojeda to Lawless, and he dribbles one to Knight. Attempt a risky play? No. He's not going to make the play. Lawless is going to have an infield single. So now runners at first and second, 2 outs for Coleman. Knight will not make a throw. That could have been bad. 20% chance is not good enough for me to try it. Let him have the hit, and let's see if we can do something. We still got a few innings left. Coleman the batter. Here's the pitch from Ojeda. Coleman is 0 for 2. Struck him out. Ojeda gets his 4th strikeout and ends the inning. 5 complete after a rain delay. Still 1-0 Redbirds. Top of the 6th. Kevin Mitchell leads off for the Mets. And now Ken Daly will pitch for the Cardinals. In 1986, no wins, 3 losses, 5 saves. In the replay so far, he's 0-1-1 with a 7.11 ERA. Let's see if the Mets can take advantage of this. Mitchell leads off. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Kevin. And he hits one to Pendleton. Pendleton throws to first and gets him. 1 out. It will now bring up Tuffle, who's also 0 for 2. Daly gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Tuffle. Struck him out. Big strikeout for Daly. And now the batter is Hernandez. Hernandez is 1 for 2. He grounded a single up the middle and struck out. Here's the pitch to Hernandez. Hernandez hits one. That's going to be a base hit between third and short. Coleman tosses it back in, and the Mets have a 2-out single. And now a chance for Gary Carter, who's 0 for 1. Montreal and the Cubs tied 0-0. Once again, congratulations to the Montreal Expos / Washington Nationals. Welcome to your first ever World Series. The best of luck to you in there. The Astros are going to be very tough to beat. Carter the batter, 0 for 1. Runner at first. Daly on the mound in place of Tudor, who was tired out. Here's the pitch to Carter. Carter hits one into the outfield for a base hit. Hernandez is going to go to third. He'll be safe there. So Carter comes through with a hit. And now Darryl Strawberry is up, who's 0 for 1. Here's a chance for the Mets. In the last game, the Mets left 8 men on base. Got to get those runners in. We'll see if Strawberry can do the job. Daly gets ready for the sign. Strawberry, he's up there. Gets in the batter's box. Daly with the pitch. Strawberry grounds one right to Ozzie Smith. The throw to first. Safe. Hernandez will score. It's a base hit for Strawberry. Carter to second, and the Mets have tied it up. Strawberry just beat the throw. Big hit by Strawberry. And now the batter is Foster, with runners at first and second. Daly sets up. Checks Strawberry at first. Foster in the batter's box. And here's the pitch. Foster hits one right to Daly. Bobbles it. The throw to first. He should got it. He should get him, and he does. Side retired. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. At the end of 5.5, New York Mets 1, Cardinals 1. Bottom of the 6th. They say Ojeda is okay. You got 2 switch hitters coming up. Take a look at the stats here, see what you want to do. Let's see what we do here. Still learning the nuances of this game. I'm going to bring in Jesse Orosco. He's going to bat. He's going to pitch. Jesse Orosco. So far, he has a 10.38 ERA. No wins, 1 loss, 4 saves. But in the bottom of the 6th inning, I'm going to try to get something going on here. Ozzie Smith leads off for the Cardinals. In the bottom of the 6th, we're tied at 1. Here's the pitch from Orosco. Smith dribbles one to Knight. Knight throws to first. He's got him. 1 out. See if we can bring Orozco's ERA down a bit. Tom Herr will now bat for St. Louis. He's 1 for 2. He lined a double to left center and popped out. Orozco on the mound. Here's the pitch to Herr. Herr hits a fly ball to Foster. Foster puts it away for the out. 2 down. And now we'll see Jack Clark. Clark definitely a threat here against the lefty. Here's the pitch from Orozco. Clark hits one to center. High fly ball. It's off the wall. Clark's going around second and have a double. Dykstra couldn't get back there in time. So the Cardinals have a 2-out double. The batter is McGee. McGee is 1 for 2. Roscoe gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Willie McGee. McGee hits one right to Jesse, who throws to first and actually has a pretty good inning. And the side is retired. Tied at 1, we go to the top of the 7th. Ray Knight leads off for the Mets. Ken Daly still on the mound for St. Louis. Yankees leading Cleveland 3-1 in the 9th. Here's the pitch to Ray Knight. He's 0 for 2. Knight dribbles one back to Daly, who throws to first. 1 out. Pitchers are getting a lot of work here in this series from the Mets and Cards. Here's Nails. He's 0 for 2. Sets in. Here's the pitch to Dykstra. Dykstra hits one into the outfield. That's going to be a base hit. McGee tosses it back, and the Mets have a 1-out single. So Dykstra's on at first. And now the batter is Orozco. Orozco actually only had 3 at-bats and actually had an RBI. But no, he will not be batting here. Although I would like to get him one more inning. But the Mets are going to go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the Mets is going to be Rafael Santana. Now, you're probably wondering why. Well, take a look at that average. 313 average, that's why. Also, Santana has a good hit and run rating of 7. Dykstra on at first. Santana the batter. I'm going to do the hit and run. Here's the pitch to Santana. There goes Dykstra. Santana dribbles it to Smith. Smith's only play is to first. So Dykstra does get to second. 2 outs. And now the batter is Mitchell. Mitchell is 0 for 3, but he's due. Dykstra on at second. Here's the pitch from Daly. Mike Heath's going to go talk to him. And now the pitch. And Mitchell grounds it to Smith. Smith throws to first. And that will retire the side. Bottom of the 7th, still tied at 1. And we're going to see, and we got to get a new pitcher in there. So let's see, we got 2 righties. And coming on to pitch for the Mets will be Terry Leach. He's a little better against the right-handers. Although his ERA doesn't show it right now. 9.0 ERA. He's given up 2 hits. And now we'll see if we can get Tito Landrum, who's off to a 4th for 13 start so far, for the replay. Here's the pitch from Leach. And now they'll bring in Jose Oquendo to pinch hit. Jose Oquendo, he's batting 5 for 10 for the replay. Here's the pitch from Terry Leach. Oquendo hits a fly ball, but Strawberry makes the catch for the out, 1 down. And now we'll see Pendleton. Terry Pendleton, 0 for 2, but he looks like he's a threat. He hits lefties pretty well. Terry Leach is going to pitch around him. And here's the pitch to Pendleton. And that's a walk. So he puts Pendleton on first pretty much, pitching around. And now the batter is Mike Heath. Pendleton on at first. He's got some speed. He's got a little speed. But Heath is batting. He's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch from Leach to Heath. Heath grounds one to Hernandez. Throws to first for 1. Back to first for 2. Heath beat the relay. So 2 outs. But Heath now at first base. Daly's is the batter, but I'm sure we'll see a pinch hitter, and it will be Andy Van Slyke. Leach is on the mound. Andy Van Slyke the batter. 503 average. That just tells me that whenever I throw him, he should get a base hit. Leach on the mound. Here's the pitch to Van Slyke, aggressive. Van Slyke grounds one to Knight. Knight throws to first, and he is out. So Terry Leach comes in and does the job and keeps the Cardinals from scoring. Still tied at 1. We go to the 8th. The new pitcher for St. Louis will be Todd Worrell. So far for the replay, no wins, a loss, and a save. He's pitched 8 innings so far. Tim Tuffle leads off for the Mets. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Tuffle. Struck him out. Guessed wrong on that pitch. That's a punch out. And now Hernandez, who's 2 for 3 today. Hernandez grounded a single up the middle, struck out, and lined a single between third and short. 1 out here, top of the 8th. Here's the pitch to Hernandez. Hernandez hits a high fly ball, but Van Slyke is there to make the catch for out number 2. And now the kid Carter. Carter 1 for 2. Walked, lined to center, and singled to right. Worrell on the mound. Here's the pitch to Carter. Carter dribbles one to Pendleton. Throws to first. Easy. Makes the play to retire the side. We got a pitcher's duel so far. We're tied at 1 going in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Cardinals have 3 switch hitters coming up. They said Leach is okay, but we're gonna take him out of there. And we're gonna bring in Roger McDowell. So Roger McDowell will come in to pitch. No wins, a loss, 2 saves. Vince Coleman at the plate. And here's the pitch from McDowell. Coleman is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. Coleman dribbles it. It's gonna. There's no way he's gonna get it. Coleman got the bunt. He won't have a play. Leadoff base hit. The batter now will be Smith. Smith, an excellent bunter as well. Bring the corners in. And I'm going to try a pitch out. Here's the pitch. There goes Coleman. Throw to second is not in. Got him in time. Gary fires him out. Gary Carter gets out the speedy Coleman. And now 1 out. The infield will stay normal. Smith still at the plate. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Smith. Smith dribbles one to Tuffle. Routine play to first. 2 outs. And now Herr. Tom Herr, 1 for 3. He lined a double to left center, popped out and flied out. McDowell checks and deals. Here's the pitch to Herr. Herr hits one. It's a blooper toward right center. That's going to be a base hit. Strawberry fires it back in. A 2-out single, and the batter now will be Clark, who's 1 for 3. Grounded out, struck out, and doubled off the wall in right center. McDowell, the pitcher. Carter behind gets given the sign. Here's the pitch to Jack Clark. And he throws to second. And it's a stolen base for Herr. That's his 3rd stolen base, but Clark's still at the plate. Here's the pitch to Clark. Here's the pitch. Clark grounds one to Knight, throws to first. He is bang, bang, not in time. Herr goes to third. That'll be a base hit for Clark. So now runners at first and third and 2 outs, and the batter is McGee, who's 1 for 3. The Cardinals threatening here on the bottom of the 8th. McDowell on the mound. McGee gets in the batter's box. Here's the pitch. McGee grounds one to Tuffle, throws to first, and the Mets get out of the jam. Still tied at 1 after 8 innings. We got a pitcher's duel here. We go to the 9th. Darryl Strawberry leads off for the Mets. Todd Worrell still on the mound for the Cardinals. A chance for Strawberry, hopefully, to make a big hit. Worrell Gets the sign from Heath. Here's the pitch to the Straw. And that is a leadoff walk. So Strawberry goes to first. And now here's George Foster. Strawberry definitely a threat. Steal. Infielder guarding the lines. Outfield is normal. Foster, not much of a bunter. Here's the pitch. The hit and run is on. There goes Strawberry. Foster hits one high to Coleman. Coleman makes the catch. Strawberry has to go to first. Back to first base. One out, and now the batter is Knight. Was a very deep fly to left, but Coleman had enough room to make the catch. One out here in the top of the ninth. Strawberry on at first. Knight the batter. Good chance for hit and run here also. Outfield signaling no doubles. I'm going to attempt to steal. There goes Strawberry. Strawberry is safe. Not a chance. Third stolen base for Darrell today, and now the Mets have a run in scoring position, and Knight at the plate. Chance for the Mets to try to bring in a run. Here's the pitch to Knight. Knight hits one into the outfield for a base hit. Strawberry rounding third. Here comes the throw. Strawberry is out. He looks safe from up here, but they throw him out at home. McGee guns him down at the plate, and the Mets cannot score. Knight now on at first. Dykstra now at the batter. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch from Worrell. Struck him out, and that ends the inning. Boy, that one went by the board. We go to the bottom of the ninth, tied at 1. Roger McDowell still on the mound for the Mets. Todd Worrell is the pitcher, but I'm sure we'll see a pinch hitter, and we do, in the form of Clint Hurdle. Hurdle 1 for 3 as a pinch hitter. Mets 1, Cardinals 1. Bottom of the ninth inning. This is game 4 of this 4-game set. McDowell with the pitch. Hurdle grounds one to Tuffle. Tuffle throws to first, and he is... The throw pulled Hernandez off the bag. Hurdle is safe. A bad throw by Tuffle, and the Cardinals get the winning run on base. Huge error. And now the batter is Pendleton. Pendleton 0 for 2. They'll talk to Tim Tuffle about that one at the end of this one. Here's the pitch to Pendleton. Pendleton grounds one to Mitchell. Throws his only play is at first, but Pendleton is safe on a close call. Hurdle goes to second. He looked out from here, but doesn't matter. He's safe. Runners at first and second and nobody out. And now the batter is Mike Heath. Pendleton with a base hit. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Heath the batter. McDowell gets the sign, here's the pitch. Heath hits a fly ball to Foster, makes the catch, 1 out. Hurdle has to retreat back. Finally gets an out, should already be out of the inning. Andy Van Slyke will come up to bat. He's 0 for 1. This is McDowell's last inning. There's no doubt in my mind about that one. Whether the Cardinals win this year or not. Van Slyke 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from McDowell. He hits one into the outfield for a base hit. Van Slyke grounds a base hit. Pendleton, Hurdle holds it third. And bases are loaded now for Vince Coleman. 1 for 4. Coleman has 1 game-winning RBI on the season, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. Have to bring the infield in, no doubt. McDowell checks the sign. Here's the pitch to Vince Coleman. Struck him out. McDowell gets a huge strikeout, and now the batter is Ozzie Smith, and you know he's due. He's 0 for 4. Can the Mets get out of this jam and get this game into extras? Smith at the plate, 0 for 4. Bases full of cards. The pitch to Ozzie. Walks him. That's the ball game. He walks Ozzie Smith. It's an RBI. Hurdle will score, and the Mets lose the game by the bullpen again. Another tough loss for the Mets. As St. Louis, as the Met bullpen is just not cutting it right now. McDowell takes his second loss. He drops to 0-2. Worrell gets the win, 1-1. Bobby Ojeda, though, pitched very well. 1 run on 4 hits. He had to be taken out because after the rain delay. Orozco came in, actually pitched well. Leach pitched well. McDowell, unfortunately, takes the loss, drops to 0-2. Tudor got a no decision. He only gave up a hit. Daly got a blown save, but Worrell gets the win. He's 1-1. The Mets, again, just had some issues getting hits. 6 hits. Hernandez was 2 for 4. The Cardinals, however, got the hits when they needed them, and they just pull it out here. So St. Louis beats the Mets 2-1 in another tough loss for the Mets in St. Louis, and we now drop to 8-6 on the replay, and now a game back of the Cubs and a half of the Phillies. Tough loss, people. The bullpen is just not cutting it. Lost 3 out of 4 in St. Louis. But we still got lots of baseball left to play. The next game up will be the Mets versus the Atlanta Braves as we finally take on the National League West. It'll be Darling versus Mailer. Until then, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this game. Another tough loss for me, guys. We'll see what happens next time. Until then, this is RGL 518 signing off.